Welcome to another edition of the Solopreneur Movement Podcast. My name is Dr. Bruce, and I'm the founder of 90 Day Sales Manager. Every single week, I try to come into your life and add value to you, whether that's personally or professionally, tied around your sales, your service, your marketing, and all of this is a mindset. And I understand that for you as a solopreneur, it falls solely on you every single day to go out there and invest in yourself and grow your business, and that can be very overwhelming. So today's topic, we're going to break down, I believe status sells. Are you the first person other people think about when it comes to your product and services? I believe how attractive is your brand or your business really does matter. For this week's podcast, we are focused on how attractive is your brand or how attractive is your business. I truly believe that status sells. What is status? Are you the first person other people think about when it comes to your service, right? There's so many people now more than ever before. We all work in commoditized industries, whether you're in real estate, mortgage, title, insurance, financial, which are really the core people that I consistently go out there and I coach every single day, is we're all fighting for the attention of other people. We're really all focused on becoming that must-have go-to person, right? I truly believe in today's world, we have to be a must-have versus a nice-to-have. And I think about this for me as a coach, right? Like I have my Solopreneur Movement podcast, I have my Dr. Bruce brand, I have my 90 Day Sales Manager brand, but there are more coaches than ever before. There are more coaching programs than ever before when it comes to sales. And so I am out there right now competing for attention. And the analogy that I use consistently is, I'm still in my first 5 years of growing my business. And in some ways, that's a long time, right? Like I've survived that 5-year mark, which is to be celebrated. I'm truly proud of that. But on the other hand, in many ways, I'm just getting started, right? I'm still a little baby star competing out there against all these big major stars that are out there in my business, right? And so the mindset that I learned a long time ago when I moved from Nashville to Denver, not knowing anybody, and I was competing against other coaching programs, Jim Rohn, one of my favorite disciples, used to say this: to attract other people, we must become more attractive. Don't wish it were easier, wish you were better. And so when I first moved to Denver, not knowing anybody, within the first year, I grew my database 1,500 people. I now have over 15,000 people because I've understood the message of the compound effect, right? Every single day I'm going out there and I'm getting that 1% better. I'm getting a little bit more attractive to other people. And so that's why I do podcasts like these. Obviously, I do these podcasts because I want to help people, right? Like I have the heart of a teacher approach. That is my personal brand. Being a former college professor, having a PhD in human performance, is I really do want to go out there and be that heart of a teacher. But I also understand I have to consistently put my message in front of people. I have to consistently focus on helping other people grow their business. And one of the best ways to do that is through a podcast. One of the best ways to do that is consistently creating content that is going to help move the needle in other people's life. So what I want to focus on with you today, talking about how attractive is your brand, I just have a little framework that I work through, right? You probably know by now I am very much a systems thinker and a systems creator when it comes to helping other people, okay? So I have a 4-step process to help you really go through right now and start thinking about how attractive is your brand. And when I think about status, I just talk about status as it's incoming demand for your time, your energy, and your expertise. If you wake up every day and you're having incoming demand of phone calls, of texts, of social media messages, right, of emails, of people who are inquiring about your service, that means you have a status, and that's a good thing. So the first step of creating a status is understanding where are you currently at. Do other people uniquely know who you are? Do you have a nice database of people? Do you have connectors out there? Do you have referral partners, right? Do you have nice advertising and things like that? Do you have nice packaging around your content? So that's just one thing to think about, right? People use the first person they talk to 67% of the time. That is marketing 101. So the framework that I use, that I consistently coach people to build their status on, number one is, what is your marketing message? And if you followed along in my journey, I call that your opportunity statement. Turn your pitch into money. And I believe now more than ever, people struggle with telling their story. A lot of people need confidence in finding, packaging, and selling their special. There's something I get from you that I cannot get from anybody else out there. And the unfortunate part about being a former college professor and, going through all the schooling that I've gone through is the schooling system really does a bad job, quite frankly, in my opinion, of helping people find, package, and sell their individual special. what is your free prize, right? What do I get from you? What problems are you solving for other people? So we have a whole framework, which I call your opportunity statement. Before I tell you what I do, let me tell you what I believe. Let me tell you why I believe it. And then I'll tell you what I do and how I do it differently and how I can help you. And if I could help you like I helped all these other people and we have shared beliefs, what would stop us from having more conversations? So the first part of your status is what are your core values and how do you marry those core values, your belief statement, your 5 to 10 word tagline with stories based on your unique past and your struggles and your mentors and your education. Turn your mess into your message, your mentors, your education, your struggles, and your past scripting. That's an acronym, okay? So the second part of this is once you have your marketing story down, and listen, it's an ongoing process. It's going to require you to do some heavy lifting. It's going to require you to do some deep thinking and critical thinking and defining moments in your life, okay? But the second part of it then is once I have my message down, who are the target markets and the segments that I want to consistently get this message in front of, right? So a target market is more of a broad group of people, right? So if I'm a business coach for commoditized salespeople in housing, banking, insurance, financial, right? Like that's a very broad group. That's my target market of people. But I can start to segment that down into, okay, I want to call on managers who have a team of 10 people, right? I want to call on people who are in their first 2 or 3 years of their business, who are really, they're right here, but they need that little extra boost to get to that next level kind of a thing, right? So these are target segments of people that I want to go out there every single day and have 3 to 5 people that I'm talking to. So think about this as in-person and digital. So digitally, what are you doing? There are Facebook groups. There's all different types of communities, meetups. I mean, guys, there's so many things, Eventbrite, of groups of people out there online digitally that you can just start to build a community around. So you could build your own community of like-minded people, or you can go join other people's groups and of course not spam them, but add value, right? So that's that digital part of this is how are you getting proximity to prosper when it comes to the online and then of course in person, right? This is where, are you attending chamber events? Are you involved in the association events that you should be involved in? Are you going to the networking events? So in my system, I teach people to go out there every single week, at least once a week, and get outside the office. You can't be a secret agent, sit inside the office and hope good things happen. So how are you putting yourself in proximity to prosper? Who are the other people of influence out there in your communities? There's a concept called the Dream 100. And the Dream 100 concept is really there's 100 influential people in every major market. And so when I first moved to Denver, it was basically that. Like, okay, I'm going to start with 25 major players. I want to start building out my 25 advocates, my 25 connectors, and then just consistently hang around them, consistently engage with them, whether that's online or in person. All right. So that's the second part of building your status, is getting proximity to prosper. The third part of building your status is understanding the style and the substance, right? So style is getting people's attention, right? Like personality, get your foot in the door. Character is what keeps you there. So I do believe that money follows attention. I do believe that I want you to have the charisma. I do want you to be more attractive to other people based on your style. However, the substance is where you're actually delivering on the services that you promise. So it's not enough just to go out there and say, hey, look at me, I'm the best thing ever. You have to deliver on that experience. And that is the fastest way for you to build an attractive brand, is where you build out other promoters and advocates for you who have used your services, who are saying amazing things, and then you have a Google review page, right? Maybe you have client testimonials on video that you can share with other people. You have the 5-star reviews. So I do believe in the style of how are you getting more attention, right? Becoming that quote unquote mini celebrity. Nobody said business had to be boring. So go out there and have fun in your business and showcase your talents and your skill sets. However, with that being said, you have to deliver on the promise, the experience that you offered other people. You have to be a student of the game. You have to constantly be studying the different things that are going on, the different changes that are going on, and sharpening your saw, right? Like make your car a rolling university. Listen to podcasts like these. So I do believe every single day in spending at least 10 minutes on your skill sets, right? Like that could be role play, that could be listening to podcasts, that could be learning other things, all that kind of stuff. So we have to have the style where I want you to have fun and give your permission to do, fun, cool, quirky things that are tied to your brand. But however, we have to have the substance too. The analogy here that I think about style and substance is, if you've ever been to a steak, I was actually out at a Ruth's Chris in Denver last week, and the steaks came out and they all looked amazing, right? They had all the toppings and all that kind of stuff. And it's the first time that we've ever all had to send back our steaks because they were overcooked. So it's not enough just to have the style where it looks good on paper. We have to have the substance, the character behind why it is that we do, and then consistently just going out there and building on that brand reputation. And guys, a brand reputation, it doesn't take as long as you think it does, but it does take time. It takes consistency. It takes discipline to go out there every single day, just like doing this podcast for me, right? Like 95% of podcasts ever make it past 10 episodes because it's a lot of work. It's a lot of investment. However, I understand in order for me to become more attractive, I can do things like this that add value. And then from there, I get attention, right? And I have that heart of a teacher approach and I add value to other people's lives. So have the style and the substance. One way for you to do this, in my opinion, to build your attractive brand is think about the frequently asked questions that you get in your business. Think about, other articles that you can write that can help other people. I know that we have more AI and stuff like that than ever before. So you could, like, if you're not a content expert, you can go find this stuff, guys. And then from there, you just get better by doing videos like this. Just like when I launched my coaching business, the first 90 days of me launching my coaching business, I was attending the networking events, I was doing the sales activities, and then every night I would be shooting 3 to 5 videos and I would be creating content for 90 straight days. And then quite literally for the next 3 semesters after that, next 3 quarters, I redid all my videos. And so that's why I have more confidence than ever before 5 years later to get on camera and just teach and speak from the heart and help other people. All right. Now, the fourth and final component of building a status is understanding, like, why do you do all this? You do all of this to be a person of influence, to serve other people, right? So I think about this. When people come into my life, they join my database, my newsletter, however they're seeing me, it's a database of people who already know me, like me, trust me, and respect me. So therefore, they're looking for information that are in my field, and therefore it's my duty, my responsibility to keep their attention. It's my duty, my responsibility to educate them. When they're looking for information, I want to be the very first person that they think about when it comes to that. So a person of influence is your focus on helping other people. That's a big difference between people of interest right now. And guys, I see this now more than ever, right? Like, don't confuse status, like I said, the personality part of this, of getting more attention, with it's self-serving and I crave the likes and the comments, right? I do this because it's self-serving versus I do this because I truly believe now more than ever people need a coach. Everybody needs a coach in life, right? Salespeople who consistently have a coach out-earn those who don't by 2 to 3 times. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. We're going to get fatigued, we're going to get burned out, we're going to get frustrated. It's not a matter of when we're going to lose confidence. And so that's where we need other people in our life. So I just try to be that for other people. So that's the same thing I would say for you. If you have video reluctance, if you have social media reluctance, if you're afraid to humble brag on yourself, remember, you're really good at what you do. And what I have learned is that most of the time, people who struggle with the confidence of going and putting themselves out there are the ones that are typically the best. They have more of an operational standpoint. They're really good at what they do. However, in today's world, money does follow attention. Typically, the people that get the most attention consistently win. And so this is just where I'm trying to encourage you to be a person of influence, right? When I hit record on a video, I can't make everybody happy. If I try to make everybody happy, I'm guaranteed to be unhappy. It's not going to be fun for me. I'm going to be nervous. I'm going to be scared. I'm going to be all those things. And listen, I have video reluctance just as much as anybody else out there. And I speak in front of thousands of people every single month. And I tell you this because the way that I overcome this is when I do videos, when I post content and I create content, I just think about the 80-20 rule. Is this going to help 20% of my database currently, right? And if I do that consistently, I can't focus on the unsubscribes. I can't focus on the people who don't open my newsletter. I can't focus on the people who don't like, comment, share my stuff. All I can do is focus on Dr. Bruce. I'm chasing my potential every single day. And along the way, I hope I inspire others to reach theirs. So I hope that this podcast, this topic, how attractive is your business, status sells. I hope this helps give you more confidence and really just a framework for you to go out there and build out your marketing message, to get proximity to prosper. Focus on the style and the substance for your business, your client journey, your client testimonials. If you help enough people get what they want, eventually you're going to get what you want. And of course, guys, focus on being a person of influence. There are 100 influential people in every market. Get out there and rub shoulders with them. Get out there and add value to them. Consistently create content that's going to help your database of people. Consistently engage with your database of people, and good things are going to happen for you. So as always, I believe everybody needs a coach in life. Trained always outperform untrained. If you're interested in a CRM that holds you accountable to a selling system, we have one of those. If you're interested in more one-to-one accountability tied to our selling system, we have that as well. And then we have our 90-day sales coaching bootcamp for people in real estate, mortgage, title, insurance, financial That starts every first Monday of the quarter. We do have open enrollment right now for the April group, so please do look into that. The quicker you get signed up, you get access immediately to all of our content, guys. So there's no purpose in waiting. In fact, we typically do sell out our seats. So with all that being said, I truly believe everybody needs a coach in life. Thank you for letting me be yours.